Auzubillahiminashaitanirrajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are in another class in which we will be discussing a very main thing. This thing is going to change you and it is changing the world. Not only it is changing the world, but it has changed the world. We are talking about digital literacy. What is digital literacy? Why does digital literacy matter? What are the key components of digital literacy and what are the benefits of it? This is our lecture of today, in which we will delve into all these things about the digital literacy. Let's get into its introduction. What is digital literacy? Digital literacy is a literacy that is a new form of literacy. Previously, the definition of literacy was quite different. At some point in the history, when someone was able to read something, it was called literacy. Now, when someone is able to read and write, that is literacy. And in the developed countries, when a person is able to read, write, listen well, think well, use the digital technology, use the books, remember the books, keep them in their mind, that is called literacy nowadays. There are different literacies, like the traditional literacy that we use in our schools, when we are able to read and write and do all those four skills and assess the information and data that is there. However, this literacy, which is called the digital literacy, which is a trending trend nowadays, that counts as that you are able to use computer softwares and all the digital technology that exists in the world, like Meta, chatbots, AI, OpenAI, and all these things, and you are able to assess the information, analyze the information, and critically think about them. Let's get into the definition of what is digital literacy. It refers to the ability to effectively use digital technologies such as computers, smartphones, and the internet to access, evaluate, and create information. What is digital literacy? Digital literacy means that you are able to use the modern technologies like computer, softwares, smartphones, and the internet as a whole. In computer, smartphone, and internet, whatever comes, it is Facebook, WhatsApp, YouTube, Instagram, Microsoft Office, Microsoft PowerPoint, Canva, BG Remover, whatever applications exist, so that is known as the digital literacy. Digital literacy not only means that you are able to use them, but you are also able to benefit from them. You are also able to take benefit out of these all things, that is known as digital literacy. Now, what do you do with these all? Computer, smartphone, and internet. You are able to access information. Means you are able to get information, have a reach to information. You are able to evaluate the information too. Means you know that this is better or this is better. This article is better, or that article was better or will be better, or should I search a new article or anything like that. So that is evaluating, making it known, trying to know about it. And third thing is create information. You are also able to create information like a Facebook post, Facebook reel, Facebook video, YouTube lecture, creating a thumbnail or whatever. Means you are able to create information about anything. You are making a vlog, giving the people information about what you are doing, what's going on in your area or life, how you are spending anything. That means that creating information. So that is digital literacy. Reading and writing is a traditional literacy that we always do. Nowadays the need is of digital literacy. When a person is digitally literate, means he is well educated. If a person is traditionally literate but not digitally literate, it means that he is sort of illiterate. It involves a range of skills, including technical, critical thinking, and problem solving skills. Digital literacy also includes some skills, as this is the 21st century in which we live. This is the century where a person is not evaluated by the hard work he puts, but a person is evaluated only by the skills that he possesses. You know using Excel, you know using PP, PowerPoint, you know using Microsoft Word, Edge, browsers, VLC, a lot of different things on the internet and computer. It means that you are more valued. The longer is your resume, which tells your qualities, the better you are going to be employed because you have more skills. This is a century of skills where you have to have a lot of skills in order to get an employment. There's lots of competition. There is lots of competition in the world, and those people who have more skills, who are more skilled, are going to be given more priorities. The less you know, the less is your value. Now, this includes technical, critical thinking, and problem solving skills. You should know how to solve the problems. You should have the critical thinking about just one thing from here, from here, from here, and from here. Means in different aspects you think about a particular thing. That is known as your critical thinking. And technical skills as well, using computer, Microsoft, and all these digital technologies like laptop, tablet, tabloid, etc. So this is what digital literacy is called. This was the introduction in which we learned what is digital literacy. Moving forwards, we will learn why does digital literacy matter? What is the importance of it? Why is it that much importance, or why should we give so much importance to the digital literacy? Number one, education. In the traditional way, when education was gotten, at that time people had to travel from far-flung areas to attend just a lecture of 30 minutes. Like a person had to go from here, Jacobabad to Sakhar, 70 kilometers, and then he had to get access to anything. But now you can access the world-class education. Like there is an academy on internet and on YouTube, Khan Academy, in which all the lectures of all the people are present. Now this Khan Academy, based in USA, United States of America, gives you education about all the subjects. The founder of it is Salman Khan. His parents were from Bangladesh and India, and he moved to USA. He created an academy. In that academy, he has a mission that all the people of the world should get access to the world-class education. So Khan Academy provides lectures, podcasts, and lots of other things, and that improves your education. How is it possible to get access to it? It is possible to get access to it when you are able to know how to use a laptop, how to use a computer, how to use a smartphone, and all the lectures are available on Khan Academy, and it is very easy for you to get access to the world-class lectures just sitting at your home. You will not even have to get out of your room. Comparing it with the previous time, your parents had to travel from one city to another city just to attend a lecture of 30 minutes. Now it is on your fingertips. Just click type some letters, and you are going to have access to the world-class education of the world at your home, in your room. That's why digital literacy is important. Number two, employment. When a person is well educated, well literate digitally, it means that he has more chances of employment. He is going to have a better job. He is going to have a high paying job. Because of what? Because of digital literacy. Number three, daily life. In the daily life, digital literacy matters a lot too. Using a bank app on your mobile phone, or going to the bank using the machines present over there like automated teller machine, and lots of other machines that are in the banks, that are in the Nadra, that are in the education department like biometric system, and lots of other machines. So overall, digital literacy also matters in different things including education and daily life. Civic responsibilities can be performed better. If a person is digitally literate, he can post on Facebook that some sort of inequality, injustice is happening in our city, or some officer is doing. So it will enable that person to get free and fair justice. Apart from that, daily life also becomes very easy because of digital literacy. How? When a person has access to Facebook, social media, and any injustice happens, he can go over the social media platform and spread the news among the people, and people would notice that, and people would share it, people would comment and like and spread it more and more, so that the justice is served to the people. Thus, it is very important in daily life too. Number 4, citizenship. We discussed there as well that in citizenship, like posting any injustice on social media or anything, also happens in the citizenship. So, digital literacy matters because it improves education, it improves employment, it improves our daily life, and it improves our citizenship. For these 4 things, we have to be digitally well literate, better literate, more expert. Now, moving forward, we have another thing that is key components of digital literacy. What is digital literacy actually? How to get digital literacy? How to delve into it? What would you learn to become digitally literate? Digitally padha likha. How would you be digitally padha likha? So, these are some skills that you can use to become digitally literate. Number 1, technical skills. Technical skills are related to some particular fields. How? The ability to use digital devices, software, and online platforms. You are able to use the digital devices. What are some digital devices? Let's take for an example. You are able to use a laptop. You are able to use a desktop computer. You are able to use an Android TV. You can use a smartphone. You have some know-how of all the digital devices. These are the digital devices. Knowing about digital devices is a technical skill. So once when you know the technical skills of knowing the digital devices, it means that you are digitally active and able. Furthermore, now seeing that what digital literacy is, after learning from this lecture, let's see from our in the upcoming time of us that digital literacy is not a wrong thing. Wasting time on games, video games, etc. is a wrong thing. However, this is not a wrong thing like learning about the new devices and getting interested in them. It is just like the same that you are reading a book. If you read the book or you use the mobile phone for searching about what are the new updates in technology and the technical skills, these both are the same things. From digital way, you are learning the new skills that are paving the way for us, and in the other way, when you are reading the books, that is the traditional way. Both are right, both are good. Get both skills as much as possible and have comparison with them. 50% if you are educated and well literate in your education, 50% you should also know how to use the digital devices like I told already. Number 2, software. Enabling yourself to use the software. There are different office softwares. Canva is a good platform and software that you are able to use. Softwares are also called applications. Different applications like VLC Player, Canva, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and loads of other software are there in the mobile phones and the personal computer, which you should know how to use them. And online platforms. There are different online platforms, same like YouTube and different other websites that you are able to use, and if you are able to use and you have experienced them, it means you are digitally literate. Number 2, information literacy. What is information literacy? That comes in the digital literacy after the technical skills that you know, the ability to find, evaluate, and use online information effectively. Information literacy means that if there is any information on any internet platform, like on YouTube, we will take the example of YouTube. So you want to know that how to learn chapter number 1 of biology of 9th class of Sindh textbook board. That is your query. Now you will type and search it, or you would voice it, whatever feels convenient for you. Typing would take a long time, but if you click on this icon that is available on YouTube side, like it is a voice over. So what happens? You are able to find that information through your voice and you evaluate it. You know that this lecture is better for me, and after using that lecture you will enable yourself to learn the biology lecture of any class by yourself. So you have evaluated it. And the other thing, use online information effectively. You have found the online information that was present over there, and being able to use it effectively is also very important. How? For an example, there is a best lecture available on Khan Academy, but you have found it also. You have evaluated that it is the best, and you are not able to use it in the effective way for yourself. That means that you are illiterate, unpad. You are illiterate and less educated in the digital literacy because you are not able to use it effectively. So therefore, using the online information effectively for yourself and implementing it in your life, getting best scores in the different tests of jobs etc would enable you to do better. Now, number 3 is critical thinking. What is critical thinking? That is also a digital literacy skill. This is also a component of digital literacy skill, the ability to analyze and evaluate information. Critical thinking means that you are able to analyze the information, that this is right or wrong, and you are able to evaluate it, how much value it has or how less value it has, and identify biases and make informed decisions. You know the bias, that if this person is speaking about Pakistan living in India and he is giving all the facts and all those facts are against Pakistan, so what would happen? That you would know that it is a bias. It is not a right thing that he is saying. So you would make the informed decisions, that you would cut it and you would play any person who is neutral, who does not take the side. Anything that is neutral, you have to watch that, in which the information is present but that information does not take the side of any country. Now, benefits. What are the benefits of our digital literacy? With all this lecture and discussion, you have already known how beneficial this digital literacy is, and once again we'll be describing improved education. When we are digitally literate, it means that we have improved education. For an example, a person lives in a village where there is no teacher. How would he prepare for CSS, PCS or PMS examination? Definitely he would access to the lectures that are available for free on YouTube. And he would have improved education and he can pass CSS, PCS, PST, JEST, HST or any sort of examination sitting in his hometown, in his village, etc. So we have improved education by digital literacy. Number 2, increased employability. Those people who are well educated digitally, they get more employment, because the people nowadays want that a person who has more skills should be with us, should be with our company, should be working and get employment for us. So the more upskill you make yourself, the better there are chances for your success in the job market. Number 3, enhanced civic engagement. When you are socially active on the social media, so there is enhanced civic engagement. You become more engaged in the society. If there's any injustice happening, you just share it, you just tell to the people in different ways that this kind of injustice has happened in our society, and you are able to save other people from getting involved in it. Number 4, better quality of life. By this whole digital literacy, we are going to have a better quality of life. How? Because once when we have it, we have the digital literacy, it means that we are able to get the educational services easily. We are going to have a better quality in all the things like university education, health related issues. We can ask from any person, we can ask from Meta, and there will be lots of things that we have in our mind, but we can't ask from anyone because we don't know whether that person would be able to reply me correctly or not. But the data that is present on Meta and OpenAI, all the information is accurate and the world class, whatever is the recent one. So you can access that information for free after getting yourself enabled with digital literacy. This was our topic of today. Hope you enjoyed it, and please stay connected with us for more such educational content for improving yourself. Thank you so much for watching.